We talked before the game about getting a win by any means necessary, so to have it kind of unfold the way that it did with Nick not having his best stuff, but being able to stay out there, keep the team in the game, it just seemed like this was a pretty good recipe.
Absolutely, and it was none unlike games we've been playing. We just happened to have some 1, 2, 3 innings late that really shot in the arm for us, something we haven't had in a while. Really nice to see Ollendorf and Sheppers and those guys come in and shut the door after we've scored some runs, allow us to score some more runs. So yeah, and we're gonna continue to do anything we can to put W's on the board.
Jeff, clearly Nick wasn't as sharp as he needed to be at times, but to get out of it, only give up 1 run, and to get a win. I mean, there's been a lot of games where he's pitched really good and hasn't got a win. Just talk about what do you take out of his performance today?
As a whole, when you look at it, he wasn't as sharp. The rhythm and pace for him was a lot slower than what we've seen. Pitched out on the edge a little more than we've seen. Like for him to continue to get back to that recipe where he pounds the strike zone early, get quick outs, use the fastball in when he needs to, and expand with the off-speed stuff when he can. Just felt like that it wasn't quite the rhythm that we've seen from Nick in his previous outings, and like for him to get back to being more aggressive. But for what he did today, the inning where we walked Swisher after 2 balls to come back and to get Bourne, and in a tough at bat, really. Bourne was battling, and to throw the pitch right on the edge, bottom part of the strike zone to freeze Bourne was big for him.
Jeff, can you elaborate a little bit on how you decided to use your pitchers, particularly in the 8th and 9th inning today?
Yeah. Brought all of our guys in. Told each one of them individually, collectively, that right now, as we sit, that nobody has a specific role. That we are going to find what is the best match for the bullpen, for this ball club, and what it looks like. And we're going to continue to look at the hitters that are coming up each inning and what's the best fit with the best matchup with the best arm that we have out there at any given time. So right now, that's how we're going to treat it, and try to find a rhythm out there, that bullpen, something that we haven't had in quite a while. So we'll see where this takes us, and see really what mix of pitchers step up and shut the door for us.
Phillies did get up in the 8th inning. Was there a specific hitter he was getting up for, or did he sit down because he couldn't get loose or anything like that?
No, he didn't sit down because he couldn't get loose. It was, we ran Sheppers back out there for a second inning, something that he hasn't done a lot of in AAA, and just felt like that the pitch count was the quick inning that he had the first inning, that felt like that to run him back out there, he's throwing strikes and really pounding the strike zone and throwing quality pitches, and we just didn't want him to go too far, too much in the pitch count. And we had a couple of specific hitters that we felt that that if need be, Neffy matched up well with.
Jeff, what did your eyes tell you today, the difference between Sheppers, who's after the DL, and the Sheppers who came back?
The pace, the rhythm, really under control, slow heartbeat, something we've talked about, something that we didn't see the first time around. Really confident guy, pounding the strike zone. Notice that when he threw a ball, he came right back with a strike. I don't think he had back-to-back balls, and the fastball was explosive through the hitting zone, something that we didn't see. The ball carried through the hitting zone. Even though it was 93, 94, it wasn't that 95, 97, but really under control and quality strikes.
So Phillies wasn't your closer today. He might be right now nobody's your closer. Is that based on what you said? No roles.
Right. I didn't say that Felice was not our closer. Every one of them are out there to pitch when we pick up the phone and call them to be ready. So felt like Tollison, the matchup in the ninth inning was the run of hitters. If you go back and look at last night's inning that he came in, faced those guys. And so that was where we felt that it was the best place for Tolly to pitch.
Well, it's Sam.
Jeff, Fujikawa was assigned before the game today. What did you see with him, and what did you want to see? Did you think if you had more time, was able to get back to like his normal, what you saw last season?
Well, right now, what we don't have is a lot of time to where we're at, wait for guys to continue to kind of to get back to. We need guys to be what they are right now. It's time. We can't wait for something that we think is going to happen. We need to see right now. In Fujikawa's case, we saw the fastball that wasn't quite where we've seen it in the past. The ball had some carry down. The split was okay. We just felt like that at this point in time with who we had and what we had in Sheppers and Ohlendorf, that it was time to go ahead and make that change and bring those two guys up. The evaluations that we were getting on those two guys have been plus. So that's how we made our decision.
Jeff, just to clarify, sometimes you run relievers out there, you run a string out there, and guys develop kind of a hot hand and have success. You ran a string of Ohlendorf, Sheppers, Tollison out there. I'm assuming that's no guarantee or plan or intention that necessarily the next time you have a 7th, 8th, 9th inning situation that those three guys would be your pecking order. Is that correct?
Right now, we're going to take it as, just like I said, is that we're going to continue to evaluate, look at what the string of hitters that we're going to face each individual inning, and we'll choose at that point. More along the lines of matchups and who we have available. We had Freeman up today also, so it's what our eyes see, what all of our data tells us, and what our guys are doing for us based on the complete body of work.
Ohlendorf was, I guess you call him a bridge today. Is the bridge guy a make or break guy for a bullpen?
Right now, all of them make a break for us, and where we sit and what we've gone through. But you really need for that guy. We've been very marginal at best in those bridge situations.